Ryan, my man.
Hello.
Chinglish TV.
Yep, nailed it.
Right on. So I've been sitting with you for 2 seconds and already I think we've dispelled the myth that gamers are geeks. Just on sheer appearance.
Pretty nerdy. So.
Yeah. What on earth got you in the gaming world, bro? Because I know that you kicked off as a bouncer at a lot of hardcore gigs and such.
Yeah. It was sort of by chance. Like I moved to Canada, and being in Australia we have really bad internet, but over there the internet's quite good. And I was already quite a good player, and I was a part of like a really big guild in World of Warcraft, and the opportunity came up to be a part of like an organisation, and I was really lucky. It sort of just took off from there. I was like, all right, yeah, I'll do it. And then they became quite big on YouTube, and then there was a lot of other streamers. And it was sort of easy for me to transition because I would meet other streamers, and these guys were like really well known in the gaming world already. And for me, because I came from like a band background, I would meet these guys that play computer games, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, bro.
But there is fanfare around gamers.
Absolutely, yeah.
Groupie gamers, gamer groupies.
Absolutely.
Fuck a duck.
Absolutely. Like if you go to Korea, it's the same as if Justin Bieber turned up. Like if a League of Legends team is there and a Korean pro player turns up, like if Fake is there, he's on a $7 million a year contract with a team. So like there'll be people waiting at the airport. There'll be people there like screaming with signs and stuff like that. Like they play. There was a competition at Madison Square Garden not too long ago, packed out. All that sort of stuff. So.
All right, Ryan, level with me.
Okay.
The gamers get pussy.
Yes. Well, like well-known gamers, they get a lot of attention from girls because they know that there's a lot of money in it, and the girls get a lot of attention from guys as well, the pro gamer girls. I would say that a lot of the normal gamers don't really have my appearance, and they're probably not as fucked up as I am in the head. They're not out there choking girls and spitting in their mouth. But like for me personally, but like yeah, you just
see,
gave
like, away your party trick, man.
I got plenty more behind curtain one.
Yeah.
No, but like
he's a wild beast. He's going to change it up and hold hands and watch a sunset.
That's right. You know, I'm an emotional guy, though, so
yeah.
yes, I will. But no, like a lot of
ladies, he's a very emotional guy. Treat him very well. Open up like a flower.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of like the young gamer guys, like they do get a lot of attention. They obviously like some of them do come from very like they were the nerdy guy growing up, so they might not know what to do as much with the girls, but they definitely the attention's definitely there if they want it.
And practice makes perfect, I hear.
That's right.
All right.
So do the guys sometimes, vice versa.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
And I would assume that they've done their training watching some things online anyway.
That's right. You practice as much as you can. So
yeah.
See what's out there.
See what's out there. Step up to the challenge, brother. You can get away with face tats in this game, obviously.
Yes and no. So there is a lot of companies like, and I think we'll definitely see over the next couple of years tattoos are going to start affecting the gaming industry a little bit more, because you're looking at multi-million dollar, multi-billion dollar companies
Affecting
getting
in a negative light?
Yeah, I think so. Like it's not so much now, but like I think over the next few years, because you're looking at brands like Coca-Cola and multi-billion dollar industries that are now getting behind esports and now getting behind these companies or getting behind sort of gaming organizations. I think there's going to be a bit of a stigma between, and we're talking like if you've got a sleeve, it's a little bit different than having your face and head tattooed, right? So it is unfortunate, but I think that now it's becoming such a big thing when you've got like competitions like this weekend for $25 million, $10 million for first place. There is going to be that sort of corporate side where they don't really want some dude with like, hey, I'm McDonald's, and then there's me with like head and face tattoos. You know,
the stakes are massive.
Absolutely.
Tell us, like, what's your greatest war story, your greatest tour story? Just sum it up.
For gaming?
For gaming, rock and roll, your experience as a bouncer, your experience as a liver on this world.
There's a lot of war stories.
He's seen what you can see the pain in his eyes.
There's a lot of things. I think like I would say like a story. It's not a happy story by any means. I think the perception of why Twitch is used is really wrong. And it gets warped a lot. Like,
can you explain to us what Twitch is, firstly?
So Twitch.tv is a program where people can watch you play computer games. He has donated an insane amount of money to me, being realistic, right? So he lost his wife and his son in a car accident.
Right.
They were killed by a drunk driver. And he sort of closed off to the entire world. And he didn't want to be a part of anyone else in his family, and he sort of like locked himself away from everyone. And his thing was he was going to start watching Twitch because he heard about it. And so he started watching people play, and he was like, he would join these really big channels with like 30,000 viewers. and he would type in the chat and it would just get lost, right? Because there's 30,000 other people typing,
right?
And it would just get lost and scroll past. So that made his depression even worse. But then he found a really small channel and he went in there, and from what my understanding is now, he was actually went into a channel when he was on the way to go and do something bad. He was going to go and hurt himself because he couldn't do it anymore. And he was on his way to go and do something about it, and he typed into someone's chat and he said, hello. And the guy that was streaming responded and said, hey man, how's your day? And that's all it took. It was just that one little interaction with someone that wasn't like a family member that didn't understand what was going on with him.
A moment's humility.
That's all it took. And then he started watching Twitch a lot more, and then he found my channel and found other people's channel. And that's what Twitch was to him.
So
I think the perception that like Twitch is just about like money, or I could have told like a funny story or something. I'd rather people hear that Twitch is not just like a thing where people log on, it's like some girl with her bosoms out, or some guy, you know, like really good at a game. There's other reasons to watch Twitch. So,
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Greater meaning.
That's an inspirational story. Thank you, Ryan.
No worries.
And
thanks
for
brother.
Cheers, man. Us in the lock-in.
Yeah, sorry, I got real sad.
No, it's not. No,
yeah, just don't do it again.
It's about
no worries.
being realistic.
Yeah.
All right.
Boobies!
Let's go grab a Coca-Cola.
Yeah, spit in some girl's mouth.